Hey baby, this is Rel. Welcome to the back of the class. I'm going to turn the volume up because you're not going to want to miss this. Today we're talking about Law 31 from 48 Laws of Power. Control the options. Now, when you control the options, that's getting others to play with the cards you deal. How does that work? First, you got to understand you control your path in life. No matter where you at, you have contributing factors to it. So don't let Jesus take the wheel. You need to take control of what you can take control of, and the rest of it, let the chips fall where they may. What does that look like? How do you determine if you have a good day versus a bad day? It depends on what it is you're focused on. So first, that means whatever you give attention to. Your attention is your focus. The more energy you give your focus, your attention, the stronger the outcome that you prefer to have plays out. What does that look like? You wake up in the morning, what do you want to do? Got the yuck mouth, you want to use the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you wash your face. You're getting rid of whatever uncomfortability you might have when you wake up, right? You want to look different than you are when you first wake up. So what do? You get yourself together. You're giving yourself time and energy to produce the outcome you prefer. And that's just simply waking up, getting out of bed, freshening up, looking your best. You want to smell good? Put on your favorite cologne or perfume. You want to look good? Put on a nice fit. What's next? That's up to you. You want to have a good day at work? Put your best foot forward. You want people to help you? You help others. The more likely it is for people to work with you is because you're easily to work with others. Whatever it is you want from society, you got to put that energy in there, and it naturally comes back to you. So you control the options. Again, you dictate your path in life. You chose to go to work, which means either you're going to make money doing what you do at work, or you can choose to go to school. Choose to go to school, you're choosing the education, but you have to give yourself that energy and that focus. It don't mean just go there and sit there and expect the knowledge to come into your brain. No, you actually got to pay attention and focus on the things that you're trying to attain. If it's knowledge, read the book. If it's information and resources, reach out to people. Build a bridge with them. Find something that y'all can relate to. Find common ground and build from there. You feel like you disconnect, slow it down, change your pace, see other areas of opportunity that you can find that will give you that solid ground that you and that person can establish and be on, so y'all know y'all on the same page. What more can you look for in something that you want if you don't give it energy and attention? Doesn't make sense to let Jesus take the wheel and then turn around and go, I'm just gonna see how it plays out. It didn't go the way I wanted it to. So that's everyone else's fault. No, because you're not taking accountability for your part to play. If it's something you want, you have to go out there and go get it. Nobody's gonna give it to you just because you're sitting around. You're not gonna get a job sitting on the couch. You're not gonna get that education sitting on the couch, doing nothing, eating potato chips, watching TV. You got cell phones, you got computers, you have buildings and structures in which the information can be found. If you choose not to go out there and get it, that's your fault. You want to be able to get information, get that money, get the bag, get resources, build bridges. You got to go out there and you got to work for it. So you control the options in which you give people. What is it that you want? You want to go to the park? That's not an option. Don't give anybody the option of going to the park, because that's not where the education is. That's not where the bag is. You want to go and you're going to take people along with you, or you're going to work with people who's in line with what it is you want. So those are the only options you give them. You're not giving them the options of doing whatever they want to do, and you're around them, and then now you're distracted. Pay attention to everything nowadays. People are saying, oh, you guys are distracted. Y'all not focused on what you need to focus on. What am I distracted from? The bigger picture. What's the bigger picture? Can't nobody answer that for you but you. But we can tell by where you're heading And what is it you say that you're wanting? You're not focused. You're not paying attention to what it is you're supposed to be doing. Because if that was the case, you'd be where you wanted to be, or at least on that path. Most people aren't on a path because they're distracted by things that serves no purpose to their overall goal. And that's because you're giving people options that doesn't benefit you. Stop giving people options that don't benefit you. All it does is put you further away from your goal. And when you stop and you think and you look back, that's depression. You don't need that. You want to make better decisions. You want to look at your choices. You want to figure out which is more beneficial and what's more lax. They tell you no risk, no reward. You got to think big. And even if you miss, you still somewhere in the ballpark of where you want it to be. You might not be exact, but you're close. And the only reason why you're close is because you aimed big. You went there, you took it there. You took all your energy, focus, attention, and you went exactly where you wanted to go. I'd rather be lost in a room full of millionaires and instead of being in my living room, stopping and thinking about what I should and shouldn't do. There's a time to think and then there's a time to act. If you didn't prepare yourself enough, you'll find out when you get there, and then you can stop and you can re-strategize. But don't be stuck in the moment of sitting and doing nothing but thinking when you can go out and act. You got to put your thoughts to action. It can't be all think. Nope, can't do that. You got to go out there and you got to make it work. And that's you giving yourself options as well. You can't just stop and go, oh, well, I'm going to just do it tomorrow. Stop putting it off till tomorrow. Do it today. Figure out what needs to be done today. Do it today. Get those goals done. And then you can move on to the next goals. Simple trick, look ahead. Plan 5 years, 10 years, 15 years ahead. Then work your way backwards to the point you are right now. And everything you do moving forward should get you to that goal. And the closer you get to that goal, you got to look beyond that goal. In boxing, it's called a follow through, right? You punch somebody, yeah, you aim for the chin, but you want to shoot past that. In basketball, when you take a jump shot, you don't just throw the ball in the air and your hand stop. No, you follow through. Everything requires following through. You don't just stop at where you're at, you keep going forward. Never let a distraction stop you. Don't let the naysayers deter you. Don't let anything keep you from your goals because they're your goals. The naysayers and the critics, keep in mind, they're not you. They don't know your goals. They don't know your motives. They don't know your motivation. They don't know what's getting you there. Most times they just look at your past and judge you by things they don't know. They're not aware of. They don't know the whole story. Even if they was there, sometimes they don't even know the whole story because you might not have said everything. And that's your prerogative. But you can't let people stop you. You can't give people those options when it's counterproductive to what it is you want. Everything you want, everything you want to have, every place you need to be is set by your focus, your attention, the options you give yourself and the options you give others. So why limit yourself? Give yourself all the opportunity, all the rope, all the knowledge and the resources to get everything that you want the way that you want it. And it's almost impossible to fail. And failing doesn't mean you didn't achieve your goal. Failing means you never did, which means at some point you stopped. And then you have to stop and reevaluate all the things you did or didn't do to establish why you never made your goals. Were they realistic? Were you distracted? Did you give people options to take you somewhere other than where you wanted to be? Because if you wanted to wake up and go to the store, you went to the store. Nothing stopped you unless you start to stop off in the kitchen and decide you had something else and you ain't feel like doing it. If you wanted to buy something, you get the money to go get it. So what stops you from reachieving your goals? You should be able to get whatever you want, whenever you want it, because the same way you choose to eat and you go get something to eat, the same way you choose to go places and do things, your goals are no different. The only problem is, are you willing to sacrifice your free time? Are you willing to sacrifice the fun? Are you willing to sacrifice some of the comfortabilities for some uncomfortable times? Those are your options, and don't let nobody stop you from achieving your goals. If you made it this far on the podcast, I thank you. I appreciate you. I'm telling you, chapter 31 is the truth. Get the book, read it, see where your mind is at with it, and if anything, I'll holler at you. Peace.